Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geneva, New York, as the Batavia Muckdogs back on the road after a one-of-a-kind 1-1 extra inning tie last night. They're back on the diamond. They played Geneva for the first time in nearly a month. I'm Nikita Lohman. Alongside me is Luca Zaccaro. We'll be taking you through this one this evening. Luca, a crazy one last night. How are you feeling as we're about to get going again tonight?
Yeah, a game where through 9 innings, not a single run scored. And I'm just my personal opinion, if there were no ghost runners and if there were no ties in this league, I don't know how long we would have been in Auburn last night.
We could have still been there right now. With the way the Muckdog pitchers have thrown the ball, I mean, I wouldn't have imagined they were going to give up a run. So far, in the month of July, on July 9th now, they have been unbelievable, pitching to the tune of a 1.37 ERA in July.
That
1.37. They've got the best ERA in the West Division. Luca, it's been a treat to watch. What would you attribute to the success of the staff, which has really started to click as things are getting into the late stages?
Well, I think our starters have done a great job of giving us more length in these past few games, whether it's Chandler, whether it's Gleisha, whether it was Sherwood back when he played the Ironbacks, where he went 5 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, only giving up 4 hits, 1 walk. It's been the starters giving us length so that our bullpen arms can stay fresh and come in and dominate, because we have so much talent coming from the bullpen, whether it's Erwin Branch, whether it's Evan Hollingsworth, whether it's Luke Rising, Garrett Beaver, all of these, Woodley, like we saw, who also gave us a great start. We are helping each other out on the pitching staff right now.
You know, when people say that hitting is contagious, it really feels like the pitching is contagious right now. You spoke a bit about Jaden Sherwood, tonight's starting pitcher, and another note on him, let's give him some love. That's all-star Jaden Sherwood. Sherwood, one of the 8 all-stars for the Muckdogs. He came into the season not really in a starting pitcher role. He was more a multi-inning guy out of the pen where they saw fit. But every time he's come out, he's just been incredible on the mound. An ERA below 3. This will be his 4th start of the summer, as you mentioned, coming off of a strong one versus the Ironbacks, where, frankly, it may have been 3 runs, 2 earned over 5 innings. The numbers look better.
The numbers look a lot better than that. Just the eye test from Sherwood, he looked great. He looked like he was in complete control over that whole start. I expect to see Sherwood show why he's an all-star, prove why he deserved that nod today.
Pre-game festivities just about done. Here in Geneva, let's give you a look now at the Batavia Muckdog starting lineup this evening, presented to you by Tompkins Bank. Leading off and playing center field, it'll be Tyler Castrataro. The extra hitter, Braden Horton, will bat second. Sean Mindas, the left fielder, in the 3-hole. Cooper Fesh, the cleanup man. This is the designated hitter tonight after catching yesterday. Jackson Inman, the third baseman, bats 5th. Cameron Koppel in the lineup tonight, the second baseman. In the 6-hole, Brian Fry back at shortstop, batting 7th. Luke Dodano will play right field and bat 8th. Blake Ewing, the first baseman, in the 9-hole. Rounding out the lineup and catching, it will be Cooper Romick. Luca, looking at that lineup, you got a Luca's lock that you've got circled with any of those 10 in the order?
Yes. me and Nikita, before the broadcast started, we were talking about Luka's lock of the day, and we saw that Ewing was in the lineup today. I don't know. I just have a good feeling about Blake. He's got a great swing. There's a lot of pop in that bat. Maybe we haven't seen it come out yet, but I think tonight it will. I see a Blake Ewing home run off of the right field scoreboard. I'm predicting a home run, and I'm predicting it where it is going. I know it's a bit ambitious, but it's just my hunch, and it's Luka's lock of the day.
Luka, what inning? What inning is it coming? Not to narrow it down too far. Do you have any strong feelings on when this Blake Ewing home run
I'm
will
feeling
transfer?
a later inning, like 6th or 7th inning. I'll lock in an inning. I'll say the 7th.
Okay, I like it. I love it even. Calling your shot. And now if it's in the 7th inning, he most likely will not be facing tonight's starter for the Red Wings. So let's take a look at Cole Littman, the starting pitcher for Geneva. A big guy standing at 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds, from Youngstown, Ohio. He's making his second start of the summer. 4 appearances on the season after tonight. He's got a 9 ERA over 10 innings, 5 strikeouts to 10 walks. He just finished his second season at Allegheny College. Previously attended Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And I mention that because some representation in the Muckdogs lineup. Cameron Koppel currently attends Indiana University of Pennsylvania, so we'll see who wins that battle.
A little mano-a-mano matchup there.
Cole Littman's ERA perhaps inflated a bit because of one blow-up outing against the Americans back on June 11th, where he allowed 7 runs in 2.2 innings. So when you take out that rough appearance, it's a different story. This is a guy with some good stuff, looking to pump in strikes and flip the script for a Geneva team which has struggled 7-19-2 on the summer. They've lost both games against the Muckdogs. One of them, Luka, in a season with crazy games, number one most memorable, I have to say, is the June 7th contest at Dwyer Stadium, where Batavia was down 12-1. They seemed dead to rights. They came back and won. They scored 12 unanswered runs, walked it off, a 13-12 victory. And then Geneva returned to town on June 12th. The Muckdogs picked up where they left off. They mercied them in 8 innings, an 11-1 victory. So, hoping, Skip Martinez, you have to imagine, hoping for not necessarily a repeat of that first matchup, hoping for more of the second contest. As the leadoff man this evening, Tyler Castrataro, digs into the box, playing in his 29th game of the summer. First pitch from Littman is high for ball 1. A 361 average, 469 on base, a 410 slug. Of course, one of the 8 Muckdog All-Stars. He's generally hit in the top of the order. He started the season predominantly in the leadoff spot, but with the arrival of Braden Horton, generally has slid down to second. We've seen him 4th, 6th, 7th. We've seen him all over the field too, so it's fitting that his spot in the lineup has shifted as well.
Just a straight ball player. Whatever you need from him, he'll provide, whether it's hitting leadoff or hitting 6th. Castrataro just
flashes.
He's going to want to help out wherever he can.
He flashes bunt right there and pulls back. So ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. The on-deck circle, it is Braden Horton. So interesting, a little shuffle in the lineup.
Well, I will say Castrataro, now the Muckdogs, obviously, no runs through 9 innings, not a great offensive night, but Castrataro was still so solid. A multiple hit game from him was flying over the base paths as well. So I'm honestly not surprised that Castrataro was set to lead off today as he draws a lead-off walk.
So picking up right where he left off as Braden Horton will come to the plate. Horton with a rare 0 for night last night, went 0 for 4, but the numbers on the season still ridiculous. A 344 average, 511 on base, OPS over 1,000. He's first on the team. So that first pitch is high. Littman early in this ball game, maybe still looking for the strike zone.
Yeah, he's got to warm himself up a bit here. See a few strikes go in there, give himself some confidence.
Now Castrataro, certainly a threat to run. He stole a bag last night. There's a breaking ball in there to even the count at once. That stolen base, his 8th of the summer, put him in a tie for the team lead. with Caleb Walker. And with Walker not in the lineup tonight, this is a golden opportunity for Castrotaro to take that team lead. You know, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but something to joke about, brag about with the guys. That pitch misses low. So Braden Horton ahead in the count.
Horton with the blue bat tonight. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, we've seen him switch it up a little bit. 2-1. That one in there for strike 2. You know, baseball players seem to be, I'd say, the most superstitious. Would you agree?
100%.
And I think part of that is just how mental the game is. And
correct.
Just how hard it is, of course. I mean, there's nothing harder to do in sports than hit a baseball. That one grounded up the middle. Littman fields, throws to second for 1, on to first. It hits off of the glove of the first baseman, Ratterman. So Horton reaches. It's a 1-6-3 fielder's choice. It's the first out of the ball game as Sean Mindas comes to the plate.
That's a nice defensive play by Littman right there. Hot shot right back to him. And it's never easy for a pitcher to turn around and make that throw to second base. Good job by Littman to at least get the lead runner.
Very nearly doubled off Braden Horton, but not easy to do that. A guy with some wheels. Sean Mindas, also a guy with some wheels and a tremendous stick at home plate. On the season, hitting .442, .541 on base, an OPS over 1,000. Braden Horton with the medium-sized lead off of first base. Littman peeking over, now comes to home plate. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Luca, one thing I'd say of note here in Geneva, the press box, definitely closer to home plate. I feel like we've got a better view of the strike zone here.
Exactly. I was going to mention that earlier, and it's really cool because you can like see the spin on the breaking balls, and you're really seeing what the batter is seeing. That's some more insight into the home plate tonight.
They'll throw in, check over on Horton again. He's back standing. The count even at 1-1. And you better believe after last night's game, Muckdogs, they want to score in the first inning. Of course, you want to every night, every single time you go out there. You want to throw up an 8 spot like they did the other day versus the Americans. But after a game where you were blanked through 9, it's just a little extra added motivation.
Yeah, you want to wash that stench off.
Mm-hmm. You're on a ball and 2 strikes. The runner goes for second. The pitch is outside. The throw down not nearly in time. The ball rolls into center field, but Braden Horton will stay put at second as a runner in scoring position, now with 1 away here on the top of inning number 1.
Yeah, we briefly mentioned Castrotaro's speed, and you mentioned that Horton does have wheels himself. Shows it off right there. Horton with a great stolen bag right there. Muckdogs have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out in this inning.
For Horton, his 8th stolen base of the season, so now a 3-way tie atop the leaderboard there. The 2-2 pitch to Mindas is high and inside. It runs the count full.
I think Mindas is going to be aggressive right here on this pitch. I don't think Littman wants to walk another batter in this inning, and Mindas, he has the confidence and should have the confidence to be aggressive right here to try to knock in Horton.
3-2 pitch on the way. It bounces low for ball 4. So 2 walks here in the top of the first inning. Muckdogs staying patient at the dish. 2 runners on for tonight's designated hitter, All-Star Cooper Fesh.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5, Cooper Fesh.
Yeah, Cooper Fesh, another very deserving All-Star, hitting .343 on the year. Just another lefty bat in this lineup that you have to worry about.
Fesh, the numbers are tremendous. A .343 average, .816 OPS. First pitch heater pains the outside corner for strike 1. Fesh had the only run driven in for the Muckdogs last night, a sac fly in the 10th to put them up 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. The ball trickles away briefly from the catcher Littman, but nothing doing. Horton stays put at second. Of course, Mindas stays at first as well. So it's no balls and 2 strikes on Fesh. 1 away here in the top of the first. One misses low. A ball and 2 strikes, the count. One, two, grounded through the hole. It's a base hit. In the right field, they're waving home Horton. The throw to the plate is cut off. It's an RBI single for Cooper Fesh. And just as we said, the Muckdogs get on the board early. They're up 1-0 here in inning number 1.
Yeah, that feels good. The only RBI guy last night gets the first ribby today for your Muckdogs. Just a great piece of hitting right there from Cooper Fesh, a single into right field. And with Horton's speed, he was scoring from second no matter what.
No chance with a guy like that out there. So Sean Mindas at second. Cooper Fesh at first. Jackson Inman to the plate. First pitch from Littman. Breaking ball tapped slowly. It hits a blade of grass, though, and rolls foul.
That was something that you brought up last night on that play that Omar made at home plate in one of the latter innings about how the ball bounces different off of turf and off of grass. As we saw right there, that last final bounce, taking it into foul ground, keeping Inman alive.
You know, if that happened here, it could have been an entirely different story.
Right.
Of course, did not end up changing the outcome, I guess, all that much, but you don't know how it's going to go. You never know. Sean Mindas with a massive lead. He's going to be in at third easily. When that pitch was let go, Sean Mindas was more than halfway to third base, just not quite paying attention to the speedy left fielder.
Yeah.
He's got a stolen bag. Behind him at second is Fesh, so both runners move up 90 feet. 2 in scoring position as the corners move in for the Red Wings. The 0-2 to Inman misses low. Jackson Inman, another one of these Muckdog All-Stars. He's been all year a fixture in the top of the lineup, one of their best hitters, an OPS over 900. Went 0 for 4 last night, but you better expect a big one tonight as that breaking ball misses inside. In fact, Luca, before the game, you said that you were feeling a big night from Jackson Inman coming.
Wasn't a part of the Lucas lock, but maybe a part 2 is I see a big night from Inman.
Good leave right there. He's worked the count full. On deck is Cameron Koppel. Before the payoff, the brothers, Cole and Trent Littman, will have a chat, reassess before the 3-2 pitch comes to the big left-handed bat of Jackson Inman.
That's actually really cool.
It is.
A pitcher-to-catcher connection, them being brothers, that's just genuinely awesome.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Wind, kick, and fire. There's a fly ball into left center field. It'll chase him back. That one is one hop off the wall. Inman into second easily. 1 run scores. Cooper Fesh right behind Mindas crossing home plate. A 2-run double smoked into the left center gap as the Muckdogs roaring out of the gate. They're up 3-0 here in the top of inning number 1.
My premonition, I feel like, has already come true. Inman with a 2 RBI double to extend this lead for our Muckdogs in the first inning. Great piece of hitting, a great at-bat. Was down 0-2, got it to a full count, and then rips a double. You can't ask for anything more. Especially if you're Khalid Cox, that's a great at-bat. He'll be talking to Inman about that after the game.
And it just feels like when Jackson Inman is going, he's driving balls into that left center gap. I mean, we've seen him on many occasions smoke balls like that. I think it may not have been a home run, but arguably the farthest hit ball of the season was off of Inman's bat, dead center in Elmira. He uses the big part of the field, and he's got the power to get it over the outfielders' heads. It's a ball and no strikes on Cameron Koppel, now 2-0. Koppel last was in the lineup in a league game on the 5th versus the Americans. Went 1 for 3, hit an RBI single on the season, 158 across the board. Breaking ball misses low, so ahead in the count, 3-0. There's a strike on a fastball. You see Koppel choked up a decent amount on that bat. A guy who does a great job of making contact. Good bat control. He's got a pretty big opening on the right side of the infield. But that fastball misses inside for ball 4, so no contact needed there. He's on first, 2 runners on with 1 away for Brian Fry.
Yeah, great job by Koppel. Littman has struggled with the zone so far. Why? Why swing if you're only seeing balls? A good A-B from Koppel right there. Bases loaded now for an always dangerous Brian Fry.
Brian Fry went 1 for 3 last night. Was part of a crazy collision at second base.
Yeah, that was something you don't really see in baseball.
Glad to see him okay. Back in the lineup again. Has missed no time due to that as the first pitch is low. Fry on the season hitting .257, a .416 on base. OPS at .740. You're on 1-0. Line drive through for a base hit in the left field. They're waving home Inman. The throw to the plate is not in time. The Muckdogs keep on keeping on. It's an RBI single, and it puts them up 4-0 here in the top of the first. Luca, just about an hour before game time, we got to talk with Skip, and he was saying his eyes are on the prize. He's locked in. It doesn't matter where Geneva is in the standings. He wants to put his foot on the gas for the next week to really give him some cushion.
Correct.
First pitch is a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, when talking with Skip Martinez, like you just said, wants to keep that foot on the pedal. We need the cushion in this division. Every single team pretty much still in it. The majority of the division, I should say, is still in it. The 4th team in the division is only separated, I think,
game and a half.
Game and a half. Like,
it's razor sharp at the top of the standings.
There's no room for error.
Skip, the coaching staff, the squad know it, as it's 0-2 on Luke Dodonna. He swings and misses through that one for strike 3. So Dodonna is put away for the second out here in the top of the first. Blake Ewing will come to the plate now.
Does it still count if Blake hits it right here?
I give you credit.
Okay, cool.
100%. Ewing, in his 14th game, he's hitting .250, a .471 on base on the summer. He stole his first base of the season the last time he was in the lineup in a league game versus the Ironbacks on June 29th. He went 1 for 3 in that ball game. .1-0 breaking ball, clips the knees to even the count at ones. Big swing, fouled off at home plate.
My heart was racing a little bit on that one, I'm not going to lie.
I believe.
I saw a big looping, breaking ball, and I think Ewing saw exactly what I saw, obviously, and tried to take a big hack.
1-2 breaking ball misses high. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2 men on for the Muckdogs. Already 4 have crossed home plate on 3 hits. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Ewing is set down, but not before the Muckdogs strike for 4 runs. After a half inning of play, it's 4-0. Geneva coming to bat.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
Back now for the bottom of the first inning. Jaden Sherwood on the mound for the Muckdogs. These all-star worthy numbers, we're both so glad he made it. You know, a guy that could easily fly under the radar because of all the big name guys on this team, but Sherwood, the Batavia native, has just been nails every time he's taken the mound. This is his 7th game, his 4th start. He's gotten 19.2 innings, an ERA at 2.75, 11 Ks to 5 walks. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Red Wings. Leading off, it's the designated hitter, Zach Banks. Braden Freeman, the right fielder, will bat second. Dylan Briggs, the center fielder, batting third. Aiken Santana, one of the 2 all-stars for the Red Wings, is the cleanup man playing third. Jaden Madrid, the left fielder, bats fifth. Michael Sardo is the extra hitter in the 6th hole. Casey Burcroft, the shortstop, bats seventh. Brock Ratterman, first baseman, bats 8th. Trent Littman, the catcher, bats 9th. Christian Bermudez in right field rounds out the order. Zach Banks digging in. He is the other of the 2 Geneva All-Stars. The first pitch to him is grounded to first. Ewing fields, goes to step on the bag in time. 1 pitch, 1 out to open up the bottom of the first.
Can't really ask for a better start if you're Jaden Sherwood. 1 pitch, 1 out, and especially against an all-star in Banks, that's a really nice way to start this game.
Braden Freeman in left field tonight from Terry, Mississippi, hitting .250 on the summer. First pitch, he checks his swing. They say he didn't go. Now they make it appeal. So the right call prevailed.
Right.
Now an 0-1, that one lined right to Jackson Inman. So 2 balls hit pretty well, but convenient placement for the Muckdogs as they're 2 down in the blink of an eye here in the bottom of the first. Out. If he can get first pitch out, it would be a 4-pitch first inning for Jaden Sherwood as he faces Dylan Briggs. First pitch to him is swing and a miss, strike 1.
Strong fastball from Sherwood right there.
I think being closer, it only adds a few ticks.
Yeah.
It looks like it gets on him quick. This is the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled back. So Sherwood very quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a 6-pitch first inning. Briggs just finished his freshman season at Montclair State University from Middletown, New Jersey. 0-2 pitch. That breaking ball misses high.
Ooh.
So the New Jersey ties run deep for Briggs. He's in center field tonight, hitting .250 at .446 on base on the season. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled back. They'll do it again. Called. Strike 3. Sherwood paints the heater on the outside corner to freeze Briggs. He tosses a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. Things just about going exactly how the Muckdogs could have scripted it, as after an inning of play, they're up 4-0. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our sponsors. While we have a moment, I'll shine a light on all the incredible sponsors which power Muckdogs baseball. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon and Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Zoo Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care Center, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Salino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Farrell Gas, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxic, Geico, Genesee County Chamber, and of course many, many more. We'll show some more love to all of our wonderful sponsors throughout the game. We're just about ready for inning number 2. Muckdogs very nearly batted around in the first. They sent 9 men to the plate. So leading off here in the second, it is the catcher, batting 10th, Cooper Romick. Cole Littman still on the bump. First pitch hits him on the back. It's been a theme for Cooper Romick, who leads the Muckdogs in hit by pitches.
Wow. Without looking at it, I would not have known. I would not have thought that.
Just and it's not necessarily. I don't believe it's a situation of he stands close to the box like maybe
No.
Anthony Rizzo. It's just happenstance.
Just unfortunate.
Or fortunate, depending the way you want to look at it.
True.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. I'm sure he'll take it. You know, probably would rather another way to boost the on-base percentage, but you got dirt, rub it, and then you're in position to score a run.
OBP is OBP.
True. No balls and a strike on Tyler Castrotaro. Now 0-2 as he takes that breaker. He walked back in the first inning to open the ball game. Pitch misses high.
Yeah, Muckdogs in another good position. We have the top of our lineup coming up, and we already have a man on with nobody out.
4 runs scored in the first. Looking to put themselves in a great position for potentially a quick win. Here comes the 1-2. One's outside. You know, in the 2 wins versus the Americans, the Muckdogs scored 4 and 8 in the first inning. The way their pitching was, they really didn't need to score much else. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner goes for second. Reached out, lined right to the second baseman. A tough break for the Muckdogs as Bermudez was right there. The hit and run had them hit into a double play.
Yeah, you heard my little lip smack. That was just a really unfortunate series of events for the Muckdogs there. Trying to execute a hit and run, hit right to the second baseman. An easy double play for Geneva.
First pitch to Braden Horton misses the strike zone.
Now batting the extra hitter, number 10, Braden Horton.
That one goes about 58 feet. Bounces before the plate. So Horton had in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. That one clips the inside corner, 2-1. On tonight's extra hitter, he grounded into a 1-6-3 fielder's choice. Came around to score, also stole a base back in his first time up last inning. 2-1, lined foul, first base side. Two and two the count. 2 outs. Littman rocks, kicks, and fires. One fly ball into shallow left field. Catch is made by the shortstop Burcroft to retire the side. So after putting up 4 in the first, the Muckdogs held scoreless in the second. After an inning and a half of play this evening, they're up 4-0. Again, Muckdog fans, Muckdogs could not operate without our incredible sponsors, so a huge thank you to Glow Regional Waste, Go Health, Graham Corporation, Healthy Families Wyoming and the Genesee Partnership, Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Land Pro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mogaveros Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oatka Milk Products, Overheard Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Brown's, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, TVFCU, and the United States Gypsum Company.
Great job, Nikita, right there. A special thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. And really, our sponsors, it's a Batavia community type of list. You turn your head any which way you are in Batavia and you see one of our sponsors. And fans, if you want to support your Muckdogs, please support our sponsors who help make this team run.
I could not have said it better myself, Luca. It's just a great community feel.
Exactly.
As Aiken Santana will come to the plate. Santana, an all-star for the Red Wings, hitting .346 on the season. First pitch is grounded to third. Inman Fields throws in time. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
I have deja vu.
Jaden Sherwood can keep pitching like this, getting quick outs. You know, the weather is a little bit threatening.
It's threatening, a little scary looking, I would say, with the clouds and some of the forecasts we have been reading off broadcast.
There's the first ball that Jaden Sherwood has thrown today in the second inning. That went outside. The count 1-0 to Jaden Madrid. 2-0 the count now. Madrid has struggled a bit this season, had an incredible collegiate spring. Now in the summer, not quite having the numbers that he'd like. He was the Region 3 Defensive Player of the Year. Grounded right back to Sherwood. He fields, flips to the bag in time. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. Madrid was the Region 3 Defensive Player of the Year, hit over 400, stole 45 bags.
Wow.
And made the All-Region first team. He attends Herkheimer College. So quite the numbers right there. Jaden Sherwood, no trouble with him, though, as 2 down for Michael Sardou, the extra hitter. Sardou from Rochester, New York. A teammate of Jaden Sherwood. We've got a couple guys from Monroe Community College battling out there. That one grounded to shortstop. Fry fields cleanly. He throws to first in time. Another quick inning from Jaden Sherwood. After 2 innings here in Geneva, the Muckdogs lead the Red Wings 4-0.
People always ask me, Sophia, how do you change a tire? I don't know. I don't know how to change a tire. And my name's Bella. But I do know where you can get great food and good times at Tully's in Batavia at 522 East Main Street. Look out for coupons at the next Muckdogs home game. And go Dogs!
Sean Mindos will lead off the 3rd inning for the Muckdogs. Jaden Sherwood has cruised through 2, picked up where this Muckdog staff has left off. A stat on Batavia's pitching. They have not allowed more than 3 runs in a game since June 28th.
Whoa.
That's how you get a 1.37 ERA. First pitch, breaking ball, misses inside.
Hearing some rumblings.
Some thunder in the distance. We see gray threatening clouds, but so far no impact on the game. As that one bounces, 2-0 the count on Mindos. He walked, stole a base, and scored in the 1st inning. Even when he's not getting hits, he's getting the job done. That's been the theme of the season for him. That breaking ball misses. Very well. Could be staring at the face of a 2nd walk and 2 plate appearances. In the on-deck circle is Cooper Fesh, who put the Muckdogs on the board in the 1st. 3-0 from Littman, paints the outside corner.
Nice pitch by Littman right there. It's never good to walk somebody as a pitcher, but a 4-ball walk to start an inning is not good for your confidence.
There's a strike. Mindos was ready to toss the bat and jog down to 1st, but he'll dig in now. A full count. Littman trying to go from 3-0 to winning the AB. He peers in for the sign. Now he'll kick and fire. Fouled away. They'll do it again.
Even with 2 strikes on Mendoz, still not an easy out. He commands the strike zone when he's up at the plate.
3-2 breaking ball is outside for ball 4, so lengthy AB, but Mendoz wins the battle. He's on first for the second time today as Cooper Fesh comes to the plate.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 5, Cooper Fesh.
The RBI single for Fesh in the first, his 10th ribby of the summer. Also stole a base. That was his 3rd. Not really. Sean Mendoz again with a massive lead off of first. This time, Littman steps off. It's almost like he's daring him to try to throw over.
Yeah, Littman asking for some communication from his first baseman, like, "Hey, let me know if he's going to take off."
First pitch to Fesh is high.
Yeah,
and
well, I was just going to say, even if Mendoz doesn't happen to go for a stolen base, you're getting into the head of the pitcher. Maybe you're throwing off his rhythm a little. Maybe you're just something else that he has to think about instead of pitching.
Maybe it could lead to him making a mistake to a guy you do not want to make a mistake to in Cooper Fesh. Fouls that one back to even the count at once. You saw him switch up his look right there, held the ball for a little bit longer. It certainly seemed like it in the first, that Sean Mendoz had picked up on his rhythm and that he had it down, because he's got a small lead, but right before he's about to come to the plate, he charges out, still trying to figure it out. There's a line drive into center field. That one is caught. It hangs up long enough for out number 1. Mendoz retreats to first as Jackson Inman comes to the plate.
That's a nice play by Dylan Briggs in center field. I personally thought that was going to bloop in for a single. Dylan Briggs all over that fly out. Record the first out of the inning.
Just one of those cases where Fesh hit it a bit too well. If that was more off the end of the bat, it would have dropped in. First pitch is high and inside to Inman. He provided the big blow in the first inning. A 2 RBI double to left center, tattooed off the wall. Looking to deal some more damage here in the third. Littman throws over. Mendoz back well in time. That's not the A move right there, though. He's got something else in the chamber that he's waiting to flash.
And I feel like Littman wants to talk about, keeping an eye on Mendoz with his catcher right there. Especially after the pitch out, the throwback. Excuse me.
That one inside, went to the breaking ball, couldn't get it on the strike zone, so 2-0 on Jackson Inman.
Not a great spot to be in. It is for us.
I'm sure Jackson Inman is happy and salivating as the runner goes. That one, a slow roller, fielded by the pitcher Littman, a race to the bag.
Ooh.
They say they got him. A nice play from Cole Littman. His first baseman Ratterman had charged in just a tick too far, could not get back to the bag in time. Littman, realizing he had to do it himself, made a full extension dive, just beating Jackson Inman to the bag. So 2 away. Mendoz advanced to second, easily of course, as he was off on the pitch. An RBI opportunity for Cameron Koppel. Koppel drew a walk his last time up. First pitch here is outside.
And let me get your opinion on this as well. I think Koppel has the same exact stance as Inman, just from the right side. I mean, look at the way. Look. We're so close.
I'm going to pay attention to it on this next pitch. There's a line drive, base hit. In the right field, they're waving home Mindas. He will score easily. The throw comes into second. It's an RBI single for Koppel, and the Muckdogs add on another run. They lead 5-0 here in the third. I see what you're saying.
Right?
I don't know if I fully agree, though. I think there's a little more movement with the bat, a little more wiggle from Koppel. Hey,
I think
both of them getting the job done.
Yeah,
that's for
both
sure.
of them are getting the job done today, both with a ribby already. Great piece of hitting by Koppel there, just shooting that ball into right field, opposite field hit. Nice piece of hitting.
That's something we've seen a lot from him, as that pitch is way up and inside. Goes over the head of Brian Fry, so Koppel will advance to second. It seems like almost all of Cameron Koppel's hits, he's just shot into that hole between second and first. And with a runner on second base, having to cover the bag, it just really widens that gap. He's taken advantage of the defensive alignment.
Exactly.
Brian Fry had a ribby single back in the first, and prime position for another one here. Littman will flip back to second to keep Koppel in check. Hits off the glove outside. Trickled away from Littman for a moment. Not far enough, though, as Cameron Koppel still at second base. With 2 outs, no reason to take that risk. With the guy with his athleticism, most likely would score on a single anyway. That one up high. 3 balls and no strikes.
Are you giving the green light to Mr. Brian Fry right here?
I'd say yes. I'd give it to him.
Me too.
Guy that really knows the strike zone. See if he can get a pitch to drive. It's up high for ball 4. So Fry works a 2-out walk. Up to the plate now is Luke Dodonna. Dodonna struck out in the first inning, 1 of 2. K's on the line for Cole Littman. Dodonna hitting .238, a .375 on base, and OPS a touch over 700 coming into today. Again, they'll throw back to second base. Keep an eye on Koppel. We've seen a lot of checking in on these runners.
Yeah, and they're not super competitive throwbacks either. They're just almost like a respect thing. Like, hey, I know what you're doing.
Runners go for second and third. The throw down is not in time. So perhaps some very justified reasoning for the attention, as it's the second double steal in 3 innings for the Muckdogs. Prime position for Luke Dodonna to do some damage. The count 0-1 to him. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Dodonna right there, frustrated with himself. It was almost as if he realized too late how good of a pitch that was to swing at, and he just swung because he felt like it was a good pitch, and it was past him by that point.
Here comes the 0-2. Fouls it away. Good job of staying alive. Luke Dodonna, one of the guys where there's a clear 2-strike approach and adjustment. He's got a leg kick, but once it gets to 2 strikes, he eliminates that. He plants the foot down as early as he can. 0-2. That breaking ball is called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Dodonna set down. 2 runners left on base for the Muckdogs here in the third. They do scratch 1 run across on an RBI single from Cameron Koppel. After 2.5 innings of play, Batavia 5, Geneva nothing. Muckdog fans, in 5 days, Monday, July 14th, come out to Tully's. Great food and good times. You'll have the chance to meet your Muckdogs. You've seen the 2025 squad steal the show, win a lot of ball games, have a lot of fun on the field. Now you've got the chance to meet them. Monday, July 14th at Tully's from 5 to 8 p.m. Enjoy a great time. Meet your Muckdogs. You could get an autograph from your favorite player.
There's even some service being handed out by our very own Muckdogs and the interns who help make this team run. So come and get served by your All-Stars, by your Muckdogs.
It'll be a great time. Always a great time at Tully's. Always a great time with the Muckdogs.
Great food and good times.
We look forward to seeing you all there. Bottom of the third inning. Now just about ready. Jaden Sherwood has been perfect through the first two. 6 up and 6 down. He'll face 7, 8, and 9. In Geneva's order, the first pitch heater is in there for strike one.
Sherwood's looking strong again tonight, picking up right where he left off in his last start.
That one grounded to shortstop. Fry fields. He throws to first in time for out number one. I want to say through 2.1 innings that Jaden Sherwood has thrown 2 balls? I think 2.
Yeah.
3 balls, excuse me. We've gotten confirmation. Still.
That's incredible.
That catches your eye.
I mean, for being through 2 1/3 and you've only thrown 3 balls, that just shows you the game plan, and he's executing it really well tonight.
First pitch fastball is low, so there is ball number 4 in the third inning with 1 away. The man to the dish is Brock Raderman. He chops that one to first. Foul. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. It has to feel like a confidence boost for these pitchers, too, because the Muckdog defense, we said it after the game last night, the cleanest game of the season, the best they looked defensively.
By far. A great plays made from Cacciataro, from Fry at shortstop, from Mindos in the outfield with his arm, Omar at third. Just obviously a clear focus on the defense last night from your Muckdogs.
And it's really gone hand in hand with the pitching. They've pitched well. They've played good defense. It's a recipe for success. 2-1 fastball is low. So for the first time today, 3 balls for Jaden Sherwood. As the rain is starting to fall here.
It's light.
Light rain as that one is a line drive into left center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Charging over Castrataro Fields and flips in. So it's a single. The first hit, first base runner of the day for the Red Wings. A man on with 1 out. Trent Littman, the catcher, up to the plate now. First pitch, he fouls off outside of third. No balls and a strike. You know, it's got to be just an awesome experience. There's a swing and a miss to have your battery mate be your brother. Sort of that sixth sense, that connection. It's got to help out there, you'd think.
I wonder how many pitches Littman is shaking off.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike three. Going down for second. The throw is in time. I believe a mix-up with Ratterman on the rules just maybe thought it was 2 outs in the inning. There's no drop third strike ruling when there's 1 out and a runner on first base. Ratterman was starting to go for second, believing that he had to go down there. Cooper Romick, I mean, he's got a cannon. He threw him out by 4 or 5 steps.
As we've said that many times this year as well.
The Muckdogs will take it. As the Red Wings get their first hit, no runs on 1 hit, nobody left on base because of the caught stealing. After 3 innings of play, it's Muckdogs 5, Red Wings nothing. Muckdog fans, after tonight's contest, 3 straight weekend, I guess Thursday's weekend-ish. 3 straight Muckdog home games at Dwyer Stadium. Beginning tomorrow, it's Stop DWI night as Batavia takes on the Ironbacks at 6:30. And Friday, a matchup versus heated Elmira. Again, 6:30, it's Strikeout Cancer Night presented by Wilmot Cancer Center. And then July 12th, versus the Buffalo Diesel. That one also will start at 6:30. It's YMCA night and Military Appreciation Night at Dwyer Stadium. For tickets, please contact 585-524-2260. Luca, any games in these upcoming 3 days that you're looking forward to as the in-game
I'm
host?
looking forward to all 3. Me, Lou Dog, as the in-game host. I hope to see a great crowd for each game. You know, and it's not just a baseball game. It's a community night. Come support Stop DWI night. Come support your local law enforcement, a great establishment and organization, Stop DWI, as well as on the 11th, Strikeout Cancer Night. I'm sure we've all known somebody who's dealt with cancer, and Strikeout Cancer Night is a great night, and just supporting each other, and like I said, another great community event, and as well as the 12th with YMCA and Military Appreciation Night. Come out and support our veterans. Just a great time to come to the ballpark.
Some rain coming down here in Geneva. There wasn't any in the forecast. Apologies for the altered angle. We're just trying to protect the camera as that one popped foul. Third base side. The count 0-1. Blake Ewing comes to the plate against a new pitcher for the Red Wings. The new arm on the mound is the right-hander Cannon Van Duzer. Van Duzer making his 7th appearance of the season. 7.17 ERA. He's gone 21.1 innings. Blake Ewing taps that one foul in front of home. No balls and 2 strikes the count. The rain, I'd say, is coming down a pretty legitimate amount now.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier how it was looking threatening, and it looks like we're being threatened right now. Rain is coming down much harder.
Here on 0-2. That one bounces. The count of ball and 2 strikes on Blake Ewing. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Van Duzer cuts down Ewing for the first out here in the top of the 4th. Good start to his day, as now he'll take on Cooper Romick. Romick got plunked flush in the back last time up. That was in the second inning against Cole Littman. And this is his first time seeing Van Duzer. First pitch, outside for ball one. Check swing on 1-0. That breaking ball misses outside, so 2 balls and no strikes the count. That one misses outside. Three balls, no strikes, the count on the catcher Romick. Tyler Castrataro on deck. There's a strike.
Be nice for this Muckdogs lineup, like I previously stated, to get that 10-man on for the top of the lineup.
And Romick does just that. It looked like he wasn't sure if that was going to be called a strike or not, so he hesitated a bit at home plate. It's ruled a ball upstairs. So Romick on with 1 away as Tyler Castrataro digs in. Castrataro hit into some tough luck his last time up as he lined a ball back up the middle. But with Romick running, a hit and run was on. It actually brought the Red Wings second baseman Christian Bermudez right in to the path of the liner. So he caught it, threw to first as Romick was running on the pitch. A double play, really no shot of anything different going down. Castrataro walked in the first, looking for his first knock of the ball game here. One is tapped, foul at home. So no balls, 2 strikes. They'll check over on Romick at first.
Romick's laughing like, I'm not going anywhere.
He's got no stolen bases on the season. Don't imagine it'll really be a threat. That one grounded foul outside of first. Catchers usually not known for their speed. There's a few guys, though.
Yeah, you see a few.
JT
Realmuto.
Some others.
We'll get back to you on that. I was going to say Luis Campusano has speed.
I think he's got some wheels.
Maybe I'm reaching.
0-2. Reached out, fouled away. Adley Rutschman not slow by any means, but
he's an athlete.
An athlete for sure. The rain is amplifying here in Geneva. We'll see as they check in. At this point, it's not raining hard enough to impede the game. I think the worry more is how much rain the field can take. As the runner goes for second, 0-2 pitch is outside. So Romick
He gets
end up stealing a base. We were just saying he's not really a threat to run. Well, he goes right there, and he swipes a bag. It's his first of the summer. He advances into scoring position.
No better time for Romick to get that stolen base, as now he is on second, and with Castrataro up to the plate, somebody who you expect to get hits, this is a good situation for a run here for the Muckdogs.
One and two the count. A single most likely would drive him in. There's a fly ball into deep left field. It sends back Madrid. He makes the catch. Romick tagging and going for third. The throw is not in time. Cooper Romick with some daring base running. Tags up, goes from second to third on a fly ball to left. A runner on third now with 2 away here in the top of the 4th for the Muckdogs.
Yeah, that was a strong throw from Madrid in left field. Just snuck past Romick there. Good base running. Good heads-up base running.
You don't usually see guys going in situations like that, but Romick knew his speed. He knew he could make it, and he did. So a runner on third as Braden Horton takes that one high and inside for ball 1. To know the count. That breaking ball drops into the zone, so it's 2-1 to the extra hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. Looking for his first knock. Run here certainly helped the Muckdogs feel pretty great about their chances. There's a strike on the inside corner. It evens the count at 2-2. Two. Fly ball into shallow center field. Coming on, that one is going to get down for a base hit. Nobody covering second, so Braden Horton started to go for a bloop double, but elected to retreat as he likely would have been beat to the bag. It's an RBI single. It puts the Muckdogs up 6-0 here in the 4th inning.
That ball dropped perfectly into shallow center. Horton, who's been struggling surprisingly as of late, that's a nice way to get a knockback, and flip the lock back on your side.
It seemed like just Dylan Briggs in center field couldn't quite read it off the bat. He took a step back, and once you do that on a ball perfectly placed like that, tough to make up the ground as Horton goes for second. The throw down, not nearly in time. The Muckdogs running wild here today in Geneva. It's the 2nd stolen base of the inning. The 5th here in 4 innings. Haven't really seen them be all that aggressive stealing bases. Something in the scouting report today, though, telling them to run. The Red Wings checking in, making sure they can keep him as close as possible.
Yeah, they're going to have to if they want to stop these Muckdogs just running around.
There's a strike to Sean Mindas. Evens the count at 1-1. Mindas has drawn a walk both times he's come to the plate today. One is outside. Mindas ahead in the count. Well outside again. 3 balls and a strike to the left fielder.
A little bit of a 2-out rally I can feel brewing right now for our Muckdogs.
Already 1 run home. Mindas looking for more. On deck is Cooper Fesh. They throw back, and the ball hits off of Braden Horton's leg and goes into left center field. I think he's going to score. He's rounding third, coming to the plate, and he will. A pickoff attempt hit straight off of Braden Horton's leg while he was in stride. It ricocheted off of what looked like his knee and traveled into right center where nobody was. A tough break for the Red Wings as Braden Horton scores to make it a 7-0 Muckdog lead.
So there's two sides of being really good at base running and stealing is the stolen bags and getting into better position on the base pass, but also you're forcing the pitcher to make that throw back, and that's where things like that can happen. Horton scoring from second with nothing had to really be done other than just, play that cat and mouse game.
Next level heads-up play right there. He just knew that the ball was going to be there. Hit it with his knee. Reached out, slow roller to third. Fielded by Santana. To throw to first is in time to retire Mindas. But not before the Muckdogs scored 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning on 1 hit. They leave nobody left on. And after 3.5, they are up 7-0 here in Geneva.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
Christian Bermudez will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jaden Sherwood has been cruising through 3 now. On for the 4th as the Muckdogs tacked on 2 more runs. Bermudez flashes bunt, gets it down. Sherwood comes off the mound, fields cleanly, throws to first in time. Nice play right there for out number 1.
I like that approach from the Red Wings, though. You've been struggling on offense all day. You only have 1 hit through 3 1/3 now. But try to catch Sherwood off guard. Make him make a play. Sherwood doing a good job helping himself out, getting the first out of the inning. But I like the bunt attempt right there.
Zach Banks, the top of the Red Wing order. He comes to the plate. He has been the big threat for the Red Wings so far this season. Of course, not the most threatening situation here in the 4th inning with no runs on the board, no runners on base. The count even at 1-1. Banks hitting .368 with a .472 on base, a .506 slug. .978 OPS leads the team. Grounded to third. Inman fields cleanly. He'll throw to first in time. Ton of ground outs. Efficient quick outs for Sherwood. He's got 2 here in the 4th.
I love to watch all of our guys shove, but Sherwood, I don't know, there's something about I just love watching him pitch, especially last outing and now today, just going out, just looks really, really focused, and the contact that he does give up, it's anything crazy. It's always like a ground ball.
It's a great story as well. One fouled back by Freeman. Great story. The local kid from Batavia tossing for his hometown Muckdogs and excelling. The count, no balls and a strike. That one fouled away, third base side. Freeman lined out to Jackson Inman back in the first inning with the efficiency and quick outs. This is just his second time up in the batter's box. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Jaden Sherwood is cruising today. He's through 4 scoreless innings. He's allowed just 1 hit as the Muckdogs are up 7-0 going to inning number 5. Cooper Fesh will lead off now in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch on its way from Van Duzer. He's still in the ball game. He delivers a first pitch strike. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Muckdog order. Fesh having a good day so far. He's 1 for 2. RBI, stolen base. He flew out to center field, but a ball he hit pretty well last time up. So 2 good swings, 2 good ABs. Looking for number 3 right here.
Cooper Fesh, a.k.a. Cooper Fresh.
Yes. Line drive, base hit, up the middle. More of a ground ball, but a hot shot right back where it came from. Second hit of the day for Fesh. Opening up a fresh inning. With a leadoff man on the board as the Muckdogs just keep on trying to pad this 7-0 lead. Jackson Inman will come to the plate now. Inman 1 for 2, but has the big blow so far, a 2-run double in the first. There's a pop-up to shallow left field. Out there making the catch is the shortstop Burkroff for out number 1.
That's a nice play. That was not an easy play to make for Burkroff at the shortstop position. That ball hit into shallow left field. Nice job by tracking and getting the first out of this inning.
We've seen bloopers cause trouble.
Right.
Last inning, Braden Horton with that RBI single for 1. Braden Horton, he made his impact felt after that, too, as Cameron Koppel takes a first pitch breaking ball outside for ball 1. Koppel today has reached base safely both times he's come to the plate. He's walked, hit an RBI single, stolen the base, of course, because it seems like everyone just about has stolen a bag for the Muckdogs so far today. 1-0 pitch is fouled off at the plate. It evens the count at once.
We have a bunch of criminals on our team with how much we're stealing today.
Running wild are the Muckdogs. Let's see if Cooper Fesh, he's already got a stolen base today. He is going The pitch is grounded outside of third foul. I think it's just something in the scouting report. I mean, the throws down haven't been all that close. They're getting good jumps.
Yes.
None of these plays are really...
No, I haven't. It's like every time we've stolen, it's been in confidence, and it has seemed like we're going to steal the bag pretty much every single time.
Not going on 1 and 2. The pitch is outside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cameron Koppel with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Runner goes. The pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. No throw down to second base. Cooper Fesh steals the bag. So 2 away here in the 5th. But a runner in scoring position for the Muckdogs.
As we have a pinch hitter. That is our very own Kanta Ueno.
Ueno in for Brian Fry. High contact guy. Skip, hoping that he can produce something into the gap to bring home another run. You know the Muckdogs would not complain about a potential run rule if it came to it. They need just 3 runs. There's a line drive, base hit into center field. Comes off the bench, provides a spark. A run will score as Cooper Fesh crosses home. A ribby single for Kanta Ueno, and the Muckdogs are up 8-0.
Fans, your Muckdogs are rolling today. A great decision by Skip Martinez, our great manager, to bring in Kanta. Kanta's a contact guy. We have a runner on second. Kanta jumping all over that first pitch fastball. A great piece of hitting by the pinch hitter, Kanta. Gets his ribby, and now we're up 8-0 here in the top of the 5th.
Luke Dodonna will come to the plate. Van Duzer's first pitch. That breaking ball is outside. It almost feels like every time a runner's on first, we're assuming that they're going to try to take second.
Yes.
So look for Ueno to run, a guy who stole 20-plus bags this season for Houghton. Check swing. They say he did not go, so the count 2-0 on Dodonna. A great decision. The move to the bench worked like a charm. Brian Fry was having a good day.
He was.
He was 1 for 1 with an RBI single, a walk, a stolen base. But
see, now you can get other guys' confidence. Kanta, who hasn't been a fixture in the lineup as much as a Brian Fry, but you get him in, he just knocks in a ribby for you guys. Now Kanta, it's all about confidence right there. It's about a confidence booster.
And when you jump out to a big lead, you have the luxury to do things like that.
Correct.
To get guys in the game, to
Exactly.
get, to give them that rhythm. It's tough when you're sitting on the bench for a week at a time. When you step back into the lineup, as that one misses outside. Because you can hit off the machine, you can take live ABs against teammates. Nothing is fully going to replicate what you're seeing in a real game.
Right.
Things just move at a different speed, a different intensity to it. So that is in there for strike 2. The count full on Luke Dodonna. So Ueno will be off from first on the pitch. On deck is Blake Ewing. Van Duzer kicks and fires. A swing and a miss, strike 3. He cuts down Dodonna to retire the side. Muckdogs, though, strike for 1 run on 2 hits. A ribby single off the bench from Kanta Ueno. As Batavia up 8-0 halfway through tonight's contest. Our incredible sponsors make Batavia Muckdog Baseball possible. I'd like to give a special shout out to some of the sponsors which fuel your Muckdogs. A huge thank you to Batavia Downs, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Excella Waste, Eli Fish Brewing, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Geico, Graham Corporation, HP Hood, Liberty Pumps, and Oatka Milk Products. Thank you all for your support of the Muck Dogs. Bottom of the fifth, now underway. Jaden Sherwood still out there. He's been cruising through 4. Some defensive changes for the Muck Dogs. His first pitch, a line drive. Base hit into right center field. Charging over, fielding and flipping it in is... It's not Tyler Castrotaro out in center field anymore. I believe that looks like Jacob Vesco.
I agree.
So Aiken Santana will come to the plate after a leadoff single from Dylan Briggs. The second hit of the day for the Red Wings. That first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Anyways, back to the detailing of the defensive changes. Omar Carreras in at third. Kanto Ueno at second. Cameron Koppel moves from second to short. So that pitch misses outside. 2-0 the count. Sean Mindos still in left. Luke Dodonna in right. Yes, almost certain that is Jacob Vesco out in center. There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike the count. That one fouled away first base side. Evens the count at 2-2. Luca, what have you seen from Sherwood today?
Sherwood, as he did in his last outing, it's the first pitch strike. We've talked about count leverage a ton over the season, but Sherwood, he utilizes it greatly. Constantly, you can really depend on him to throw that first pitch fastball for a strike, and then that sets up the off speed. That sets up everything.
Fouled away again.
As the 2-2 pitch, like you said, was fouled away. And then it's inducing that ground ball. I don't know how many flyouts the Red Wings have had today. Most of their outs, if not coming from the strikeout, have been that ground out. So even when contact is being made, it's being put on the ground.
There's a one hop. It hits off the glove of Ueno. He sticks with it. Goes to second.
Oh,
safe there. It seemed like the throw beat the runner Briggs, but it's called safe. So 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Jaden Madrid will come to the plate. First pitch is a strike. Oh, 1 is outside. It gets by Romick. The runners will move up now to second and third. Starting here in the 5th to cut in maybe to that dominant rhythm Sherwood had developed through the first 4 innings.
Red Wings with the most life that they've had all day today. 2 runners in scoring position now with nobody out.
Omar Carreras, even with the bag at third. That one fouled away by Madrid. Some action in the Muckdog bullpen. Jake Sliz warming up. Here comes the 1-2. Grounded to second. Ueno fields. He'll throw to first in time for the out, but a run will score. It's the first on Sherwood's line today. A ribby ground out for Jada Madrid. Runners on the corner. Excuse me, just a runner on third with one away. It's 8-1 Muckdogs now.
Now batting the extra hitter, number 22, Michael Sardu.
Michael Sardu to the dish now. The infielders back. They'll allow a run. They'll trade a run for an out, which of course up by 7 runs. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Sardu 0 for 1 today. He grounded out back in the second inning. That one outside. Just missing on 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to the count. Sherwood has faced a bit more resistance in this inning. You wonder if seeing him another time is making an impact. That one misses inside 3-1. Could also be just getting tired, but hasn't thrown a whole lot of pitches. Seems like the Red Wings lineup has made an adjustment here in the 5th. There's a fly ball into right center field, driven deep. Dodonna going back. It's one hop off the wall. Sardu is into second with an RBI double. The Red Wings given some fight. It's now 8-2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, the best hit that the Red Wings have had today. A really nice swing right there from Michael Sardu. Pumping that ball into right center. Got himself a double, an RBI double at that. Red Wings showing life in the bottom of the 5th here, scoring 2 runs.
Pitching coach Grant Bickham having a meeting with Sherwood out on the mound. Perhaps buying some time for Jake Sliz to get ready in the pen. As Sherwood was cruising through 4, but has struggled a little bit here in the 5th. Getting some words of encouragement from his teammates. First man he'll face following the chat on the mound. The shortstop, Casey Burcroft. Burcroft, the Waterloo, New York native, is 0 for 1 today, grounded out to open up the 3rd inning. So his second time seeing Sherwood. The first pitch is outside. Check swing. They say he went. Count even at 1-1. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Red Wings. 2 of those hits and all of those runs have come here in the 5th. As there's a swing and a miss. Ahead in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes is Sherwood. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sherwood now kicks, fires. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice stuff to set down Burcroft. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. As Brock Raderman will come to the dish. Actually, spoke too soon.
They got you.
You never know. You can't count your eggs before they've hatched. Actually, it'll be a pinch hitter, Jack Turner.
Jack Turner has got some height to him. He is 6'6".
6'6", 210 pounds. He actually was the starting pitcher for the Red Wings against the Muckdogs in the crazy comeback victory on June 7th, as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. He went 5.1 innings, allowed 4 runs on 8 hits, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Here comes the 0-1. That one outside, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Would imagine that this is most likely the last inning for Sherwood. Just a guess, not 100% certainty, but with the action in the bullpen. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. And out away from working out of this 5th inning. And if it is, another great start for the right-hander.
That is to be expected from the All-Star.
Yes, All-Star Jaden Sherwood. It's about time he gets his respect around the league. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away. It's too bad the line being tainted just a touch with the 2 runs here in the 5th, because he has been absolutely brilliant. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Sherwood. Up high. Evens the count, 2-2. Fouled away, so they'll do it again. Turner has slash line on the season, 204, 361, 224. From Haddon Heights, New Jersey. Got 9 stolen bases. Tall guy, those long strides, I guess, using them to his advantage.
Exactly.
Here comes the 2-2. Just misses, runs the count full.
Yeah, really some good A-Bs from the Red Wings. No different right here with Jack Turner. Now a full count with 2 outs. A 2-out walk here is just deflating if you're Sherwood. He wants to escape this inning.
When you're 1 strike away, you want to just get the job done. Don't want to prolong and risk any more crossing home. So here comes the 3-2. Up high for ball 4. Jack Turner comes off of the bench and draws a walk. So runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 5th for the Red Wings. Trent Littman will come to the plate now. Littman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch from Sherwood. Line drive, 1 hop to Ueno. Will take it to second himself to retire the side. So the Red Wings get on the board. They put up 2 runs on 2 hits. In the bottom of the 5th, they leave 2 runners left on base. And after 5 innings of play, they trail 8-2. The top of the 6th, just about ready to get underway. It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Red Wings, Ian Babby. Blake Ewing will greet him. 9, 10, and 1 in the Muckdog order here in the 6th inning. First pitch from Babby is a called strike.
Just saying, we are in Lucas Lock territory.
Only knock, though. It's the 6th, not the 7th,
I know.
technically.
I know.
0-1. Hot shot. Base hit into left field. Not a home run, but a beautiful piece of hitting. Has Ewing aboard to open the 6th.
Nice job by the big lefty, Ewing. Doing a good job of using what he's got, using that opposite field, getting on for this Muckdogs lineup that has some changes now.
Yes, some substitutions, of course. We noted those. As another change we note, Caleb Walker in the on-deck circle. Cooper Romick, first pitch, is inside. Corner. It clips the corner for strike 1. So Caleb Walker will be pinch hitting. Tyler Castro was out for Jacob Vesco. We believe Walker will be the next to the dish. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fly ball down the left field line, foul. No balls and 2 strikes, the count.
As it looks like Cooper Romick is headed to the dugout to get a new bat. I don't see any firewood on the field.
I think it just splintered a little bit.
Right.
Only something that you can notice if you get a close look, but of course, not good enough when you're facing velo. Ian Baby came into this outing. This is his 7th appearance of the season. 15.2 innings. First pitch, right there. That one fouled back. Babby with a 5.74 ERA, 10 Ks to 6 walks. He pitched an inning versus the Muckdogs on June 7th and allowed 2 runs. Now an 0-2. This is upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. The Muckdogs lead the Red Wings 8-2 here in the 6th inning. Jaden Sherwood, the starter for Batavia, was brilliant through 5. We believe that for the 6th inning, it'll be a new pitcher. We've seen activity from both Jake Sliz and Cole Taylor in the Muckdog pen. First, they'll look to score some more runs, though, here in the top half of the 6th inning. They're currently up by 6, trying to scratch some more across. The 2-2 runner goes. That's a fly ball into left center field. Catch is made by Jaden Madrid. Ewing retreats back to first. Out number 1 here in the 6th. As Jacob Vesco will come to the plate. Vesco will be making his first plate appearance. Came in for Tyler Castro defensively. You know, Castro, a guy who's played in every game for the Muckdogs. When you get the chance to give him some time off of his feet, you understand,
of course,
thought process there. First pitch to Vesco, a breaking ball, drops in for strike 1. On the season, hitting .217, a .429 on base, 646 OPS. Behind in the count, 0-1 against Babby. Swing and a miss. Now the count 0-2. Vesco, last start, came back versus Jamestown on June 23rd. He went 1 for 3 in that one. 0-2. He checks his swing. They appeal. He did not go, though, so it's 1-2. Good job holding off, showing off that wrist strength, staying back on the breaking ball.
Yeah, I'm sure Vesco not too excited with his 217 batting average, but 429 on base, working with that. You're still seeing the ball well and still generating some on base for your squad.
Now the 1-2. That one misses low. Runner goes for second. The pitch is grounded foul outside of third.
Muckdogs hitters don't want Ewing to get that stolen base.
He's already got one. Looking to start a streak, 2 straight games with a stolen bag. But yeah, I mean, first you saw Romick swinging, putting a ball in play into left field. Now Vesco, Fallon pitches off with Ewing on the run. 2-2 count here with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Going for second again. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Throw not made as the pitch was not gloved cleanly. So Vesco down, but Ewing advances to second with 2 down now here in the 6th. As Caleb Walker will pinch hit for Braden Horton. So the Muckdogs pretty much emptying their bench here in this one, in the top of inning number 6, with a 6-run lead, trying to give everyone some reps. First pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 1 on Walker. On the season, a 246 average, 359 on base, 323 slug. Takes that one outside to even the count at 1-1.
Babby's looked good after the Ewing single.
Yeah, he's had control. He's actually got the lowest ERA amongst Red Wing pitchers at 5.74. As that one, a fly ball into shallow center field. Coming on and making the catch is Briggs for out number 3. Babby comes on, tosses a scoreless top of the 6th. Through 5.5 innings, the Muckdogs lead this one 8-2. Jake Sliz. Indeed, in the ball game now for the Muckdogs as Jaden Sherwood stay done. He goes 5 innings, allows 2 earned runs. Great start for him. Sliz will face 10, 1, and 2 in the Geneva order, starting with Christian Bermudez. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. The numbers fantastic on the season for the tall left-hander. 5 games, 9.1 innings, a 1.93 ERA. 9 strikeouts to just 3 walks.
Yeah, Jake Sliz is gross.
That one just misses a touch outside. Fastball that hovers around 90. Nasty breaking pitches, even a knuckleball, which he'll display sometimes. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pumping in heat.
Just a menacing pitcher as well, holding that glove up right to his face. You can't really see his face at all.
1-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Sliz pitched versus the Ironbacks on July 2nd. That one bounces low, runs the count full. He went 3 scoreless in that appearance, walked 1, struck out 2, did not allow a hit. Had a career 1.04 ERA for North Tonawanda High School. 3-2. Fouled back, so they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sliz sets down Bermudez to start his evening. Went out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, our tall lefty showing off that strong fastball right there. Utilizing his best pitch in a 3-2 count. Gets the strikeout. Nice start for Jake Sliz.
Zach Banks has been held out of the hit column, 0 for 2 today. Not going to see that a ton as he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Banks hitting north of 370 coming into today. Now a tough draw, though, with a tall lefty like Sliz. Awkward arm angle. Attack point for Banks thrown off a little bit because of the way that Sliz releases the ball and where he does just with his height and stature. As ahead in the count 0-2. Breaking ball misses.
Yeah, so Sliz mixing it up with Banks here. 3 straight breaking ball pitches. You know Banks wants to sit on that fastball. Has to respect it. Sliz utilizing his other pitches.
On 1 and 2. That one misses, so the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the designated hitter. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball just misses, so second straight batter to reach a full count. Sliz hoping to replicate the result of the last AB here and get a second K of the day. Payoff pitch is low and outside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk. Banks reaches base for the first time today.
Banks showing off a great eye in that AB. Down 0-2, spit on the next 2 breaking balls. Never even really swung the bat. Nice AB from Banks. Now he's on first base.
Braden Freeman in the batter's box. Another left-on-left matchup. Sliz takes a long peek over at first. Now will come home. A swing and a miss. Late on the fastball. Sliz jumps ahead. The way he puts that glove up It's Andy Pettit-esque. We've talked about it before. The 0-1. In there. You know, Luca, I wish we had a radar gun here. Of course, the players do, Muckdogs pitchers who know they won't throw that day. They sit down in the first few rows.
Right.
And keep track of stuff like velocity and scouting report. But unfortunately, not accessible for us during the game. I'd want to see where Sliz is sitting right now because every time it comes out of his hand, it just looks like straight heat. The 0-2. There's a call. Strike 3. Freeman frozen for the second out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 Ks to open up the night for Sliz.
Was that a changeup?
You know, I couldn't tell.
Or was that the knuckle right there?
That very well could have been the knuckleball because it didn't quite have that fastball velo.
Or the slider movement. I think
that was the knuckleball right there.
That is gross.
It's a good eye,
Sliz.
Luca. First pitch fastball. When you've got that pitch differential and just a knuckleball that you could throw too, I mean, come on.
And you really don't see that nowadays. You know, not too many big leaguers have a knuckleball in their arsenal. Just an awesome pitch right there from Jake Sliz.
Second look back to first. Now Sliz comes to the plate. Delivers one outside to even the count at once. Breaking ball. Tapped to shortstop. Koppel fields. He throws on the run. In time to retire the side. A close play, but a nice throw from Koppel. A stretch from Ewing. Retires the side. Allows one walk. One base runner is left on base. A scoreless first inning of work from Jake Sliz. We head to the final 3 frames of this one. The Muckdogs lead 8-2. A new pitcher on the mound for the Red Wings as we head to the 7th inning. M.J. Bokus will take the mound. Ian Babby's day done. The first pitch to Sean Mindas is high for ball 1. So Mindas, one of the few guys in the Muckdog lineup, still in the game, as a ton of defensive replacements have been put into the contest with the Muckdogs up. Mindas is 0 for 1 today. He's got a pair of walks. He scored 2 runs, also stolen a base. The numbers on Bokus on the season. This is his 4th appearance. He's gone 4.2 innings, has a 9.64 ERA. That one grounded foul outside of third. From North Brookfield, Massachusetts, he's returning for his 2nd season with the Red Wings. Now on 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Really nice pitch right there.
That's a fly ball into center field. Briggs takes a few steps in under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Mindas retired. Cooper Fesh to the plate. Fesh is 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases.
Whoa.
He doubled his season total, came in today with 2. Now 4, as there's a fly ball into right center field. That's going to charge Briggs. He makes the catch on the run.
Really nice play.
Nice athletic play, covered a lot of ground. Seemed like that was destined for extra bases for Fesh, but 4th time he's hit a ball well today. Again, Briggs not allowing him to get on with a knock right there. So 2 quick outs for Bokus out of the pen as Jackson Inman comes to the plate. Excuse me, Omar Carreras. Forgot to note, mentioned earlier, Omar Carreras came in as a defensive replacement. He started in last night's game, made some nice defensive plays. He takes a strike right there. Almost saved the game and secured a Muckdog victory in the 10th inning.
I thought it was.
On a slow roller, and came in, made a throw on the run to home, on the money, to prevent the tying run from crossing home plate. Auburn, resilient, still managed to score with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th, but without that play from Omar Carreras, very well could have been an Auburn victory. As here comes the 1-1. There's a line drive, base hit into left field. So the first plate appearance of the day. Carreras gets a knock. He's on with 2 down.
Now batting second baseman number 72,
Cameron Koppel now come to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. Reached base twice. First pitch from Bokus is a strike. Koppel started the day at second, slid over to shortstop when Ueno came in for Brian Fry.
He also pitches as well. So another guy who really likes to do everything for your Muckdogs.
0-1 is outside. Funny you mentioned that, Luca, because Koppel will be tomorrow's starter. He'll be pitching for the Muckdogs. Count even at 1-1. Bokus throwing over to first. Back in time is Carreras. Grounded to third. Fielded by Santana. The throw across the diamond is in time to retire the side. There's some discussion with the umpires. I never saw a clear out call from the ump, but
He just flashed it.
now the call has been made, so the side is retired. The Muckdogs get 1 hit, no runs. They leave 1 man left on base. After 6.5 innings of play, they're up 8-2. A new pitcher on the mound for the Muckdogs here as we open the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Cole Taylor. Taylor on the season. 4 games, 1 start, 9 innings pitched, an 8 ERA. That ERA number, I think we can both agree, that's misleading. That's not the kind of pitcher he's been.
100%, especially with the way Cole has looked in his past few outings. Really dominating stuff. Coming out in situations with runners on.
A line drive to right, but Donna there, he makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Like I was saying, Cole Taylor has really looked solid. His stuff looking really good in his past few outings. That, like we said, that ERA, very misleading.
Taylor started versus the Ironbacks on July 2nd. Went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, only 2 of those earned. That pitch inside. Count 1-0. Also had an electric outing out of the pen. Struck out 5 batters over 2 innings against Auburn. His timeout before that. So the last 2 outings have been terrific.
One thing you'll note with Cole Taylor is he moves fast, too.
I was actually just about to say that, as there's a shallow pop into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. A 1-out knock for Jaden Madrid.
Nice piece of hitting right there from Madrid. Cole Taylor has looked really tough to hit as in his past few outings like we've talked about. So any hits off of him, well respected.
Michael Sardu on with a runner on first base and 1 out. First pitch from Cole Taylor. Misses, it gets away. Advancing to second base, Jaden Madrid. One ball and no strikes the count. Taylor looks back to second. Now come to home plate. Pitch misses high. 2-0 the count. 2-0 breaker drops in for a strike. Two and one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Sardo smoked an RBI doubles last time up, which Luca, you said was the best hit ball of the day for the Red Wings. I still think that holds true.
I would agree. Really nice. Got a lot of the barrel of the bat right there. Shot that into right center field. Sardo looking to do it again and kind of cut down this lead.
Pretty much the only time Jaden Sherwood is really roughed up. Jaden Madrid trying to take a walking lead at second. Cole Taylor. That breaking ball, they say that it clipped Sardu on the way in. He tried to front door it, but got it a little too far inside, so 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting shortstop, number 21, Chase Fogg.
A new batter up to the plate. Chase Fogg into the game. He was a defensive replacement a few innings ago, now getting his first AB. First pitch popped foul, first base side. Blake Ewing will give it a look, but that reaches the seats. No balls and a strike. Taylor looks back to second. Now will come home. Fastball hit in the air to center field. Vesco under it. He makes the catch. Madrid bluffs a tag at second, but it'll only take a step. A strong throw into the cutoff man from Vesco for out number 2.
It's a good out there from Taylor. Could have been some trouble with 2 on with 1 out. Gets the fly out there, and now is looking to get out of this inning with no damage issued.
Jack Turner looking to add something here as there's a ground ball through for a base hit. Mendoz fields Jaden Madrid with his speed will score easily. An RBI single for Jack Turner. The Red Wings cutting into the lead. Muckdogs up 8-3 now. Jaden Madrid can fly.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, that looked easy. That looked like he was jogging, and it was faster than most ball players I've seen.
It was like he hit the turbo right there.
And
the legs were flying.
He is also the former Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
So that speed is vital in the outfield as well.
Hit over 400 as well this season for Herkheimer. A talented ball player. He does a lot of things right. Now it's Zane Barron pinch hitting for Trent Littman. He fouls that one back. Shouldn't say pinch hitting. This is his first plate appearance, but he came in as a defensive replacement a few innings ago. Similar circumstance as Chase Fogg. No balls and a strike the count. Taylor disengages with the rubber.
Got to make sure he doesn't balk.
0-1 misses high.
I think we saw, at least I saw, our first balk from a Muckdog yesterday from Mr. Gavin Chandler.
I forgot that even happened. Yeah, I don't think... I think you're right there. 1-1 breaking ball, misses. Really haven't been
Too many.
any balks.
No.
It's good. I think for some people, kind of a weird part of the game. It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and there's a lot of confusion about what is a balk and what isn't, what the umpire's looking at.
2-1 from Cole Taylor. Line drive right back up the middle, a base hit. They're going to wave home the runner at third. The throw hits off of the glove of Ewing. So everyone will advance. Turner to third. Into second is Barron. It's an RBI single, and the Red Wings really threatening for more here in the bottom of the 7th. It's an 8-4 game now. As they'll have a meeting on the mound. Pitching coach Graham Bickham out. No Now, Geneva at one point seemed kind of dead in this game, but they have roared back, and a hit right here. All of a sudden, it's a 2-run ball game.
Yeah, Geneva not going away without a fight, stringing a few hits together against Cole Taylor. It's got them right back in it. They're only down 4.
Got a fighter's chance here in the late stages. Taylor, after the meeting, he'll go from the windup, the first pitch. Line drive, down for a base hit. 2 runs will score. The throw offline, runner going for second. The throw from Romick is not handled cleanly. Into second base is Michael Bermudez. All of a sudden, it's a 2-run game. A huge 2-ribby single from Christian Bermudez. 3 straight 2-out RBI knocks for the Red Wings. They are right in this contest.
Yeah, back-to-back-to-back hits for the Red Wings have got them right back in this game. A 2-out rally. Great job by the Red Wings. Just solid hits in their center field. Not doing anything too much with the ball. Getting base hits and moving those runners.
Now the dangerous Zach Banks up at the plate in the form of the tying run. The only man with a home run this season for Geneva. Takes a strike right there. Four runs have scored for the Red Wings, and they're still threatening. A runner in scoring position, the top of the order at the plate. It's a 2-1 count. Banks is 0 for 2 today, drew a walk his last time up. Swing and a miss right there. Cole Taylor, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Two-two pitch, ground ball through for a base hit. They're waving home the runner at third. He will score easily. 5 runs have crossed home plate for the Red Wings. 4 straight 2-out singles, and it is a 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 7th.
These Red Wings have caught fire in this inning. 4 straight singles for the Red Wings have gotten them down 1 as we have, I believe, a pitching change.
That'll be it for Cole Taylor. Looking out to try to see who the new man into the ballgame will be. It'll be Reed Markham. So Taylor out, Markham in. When we return, a brand new ballgame. The Muckdogs up by just 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 7th inning is brought to you by Batavia Downs. Win more, lots more at the Batavia area's #1 entertainment destination. It'll be Reed Markham into the game now. Markham making his 3rd appearance of the season. He's gone 2 innings, has a 4.5 ERA, 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. In a game that seemingly all but decided, the Red Wings have roared back. They've scored 5 runs here in the 7th inning. The tying run on base, the go-ahead run at the plate. First pitch from Markham is outside for ball 1. Oh, 1 is in there for a strike. Markham last pitched on the 4th of July, tossed an inning, allowed a run against the Americans. Now 1-1 count. That slider misses outside. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It gets away. Banks advances to second, takes a turn, but he'll pull up there. A 3-1 count as the tying run is in scoring position for the Red Wings. And this game has really flipped upside down.
To be honest, Muckdogs fans, I'm a little bit speechless right now. The Red Wings look dead to rights early in this game, but have strung around 5 runs. That's why in baseball, it's never over.
1 hop to shortstop. Koppel fields. He'll throw to first in time to retire the side. So Reed Markham keeps the Muckdogs ahead. But Geneva roars back. They score 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. They record 5 hits. And after 7 innings of play, all of a sudden, it's just a 1-run game.
Hey, I bet you're a good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on.
Strike 2.
Oh, that's ugly, man.
Strike out, video boy.
Come on now. Strike 3.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still fat.
Conta Ueno will come to the plate for the 2nd time today. He ripped an RBI single his first time up. MJ Boca still on the mound. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. Ueno came into the day hitting .242 at .270 on base. That pitch misses outside. When he came off the bench and lined an RBI single, it seemed like just a nice insurance add-on run.
Right.
That's the difference in the game right now. That one misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Now, for these guys, a bunch have come off the bench. They pretty much cleared out their bench Pitch misses inside. A 4-pitch walk to open up the frame for Conte Ueno. Now these guys who maybe don't usually get the opportunity in these big moments, they've got a chance to prove themselves.
Exactly. In these high leverage moments, there's an extra added layer of pressure now that they probably haven't felt before today.
Donana flash bunt pulled back. They tried to throw behind Ueno at first, but he's back well in time.
And look, if you're Skip Martinez and you wanted to get your guys some extra experience, some extra ABs, well, they are getting the full experience tonight.
This is their shot to shine in a big moment. Donana flashing the bunt. He pulls back and gets hit. They're going to appeal to see if he pulled back in time. They say he did. So Donana is hit by the pitch. He reaches first. 2 runners on here in the top of the 8th. Blake Ewing will come to the plate. And Luca, I don't think you're getting your chance. I would be surprised if a bunt doesn't come here.
You know, you're not wrong. It's the right play. Unfortunate. We'll see how this at-bat plays out.
Ewing flashes bunt, pops it up. Turner makes the catch. So Ewing is retired. Unable to advance the runner, so a failed sacrifice bunt. As Cooper Romick will come to the plate with 1 out and 2 on here in the 8th. The Muckdogs clinging to a 1-run lead. They'll have a meeting on the mound.
Yeah, this is a big spot. I think this is a good mound visit right here. Just to, for Bokus, just collect your thoughts. 2 runners on. No damage done yet. Now, and if you're Bokus, you're pitching in a much different leverage situation. You come into the game and your team is down a ton, and now your team's only down 1. You really need to keep these guys from scoring if you want to really win this game.
From more of a mop-up situation to now, yes, he's in the biggest moment for his team. The Red Wings have struggled. Of course, probably not where they'd like to be in the standings, but if you can win a game like this, it makes you feel great for the rest of the summer.
Great comeback at home in front of your home crowd would be a huge win.
Especially considering the Muckdogs staged a crazy comeback as there's a fly ball into deep left field. It sends back Madrid. It's over his head and to the wall. Ueno will score. They hold Donana at third. It's an RBI double and a big one for Cooper Romick. The Muckdogs add a much-needed insurance run as they're up 9-7 now in the 8th.
That's a great piece of hitting right there from Cooper Romick. Hasn't really been himself at the plate so far this year. A big double right there to drive in another run. Get an insurance run for the Muckdogs. Trying to keep these Red Wings away.
And that has to feel great.
Yes.
For Romick. Got to be happy
Just
for him.
Just a sigh of relief.
As Jacob Vesco up, the infield in for the Red Wings, down by 2. They don't want to allow anyone else to cross home. First pitch misses outside, so a ball and no strikes to Vesco. Again outside, 2-0 is the count. Vesco 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time to the plate. Just looking to make contact here. Luke Donana, a good athlete at third. He'll be off on contact on the ground, of course. With 1 out, I imagine the contact play will be on. But Vesco now in a 3-0 count. It's a matter of will he even get an opportunity to put a ball in play. That one well inside for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Loads the bases with Muckdogs here in the top of the 8th. As now, that'll be it for MJ Bokus. He allows 1 run, he leaves with all 3 runners on base, his responsibility. The Muckdogs already with 1 massive insurance run here in the 8th. looking to add on some more when we return. New pitcher on for the Red Wings is the right-hander Anthony Barton. Barton from Post Orange, Florida, making his 8th appearance of the season. Committed to play baseball at Miles College. He's got a 6.35 ERA over 11.1 innings. First pitch is a strike to Caleb Walker. Walker 0 for 1 today. That one behind him. A run will score on the very wild pitch from Barton. A big insurance run for the Muckdogs as Vesco and Romick also advance 90 feet. Runners on second and third. As the 10th run is crossed home plate for Batavia here in the 8th. This inning has been a collective sigh of relief. That one grounded to first. A nice play at first to get the out. Good hustle from the second baseman, Jake Short. But a run scores. It's an RBI ground out for Caleb Walker. Another big insurance run for the Muckdogs as they lead now 11-7. Just did a good job.
Doing exactly what the doctor ordered. You couldn't have asked, you would have loved for Walker to get a hit there. Still able to drive in the run. Gets himself a ribby on the day. And your Muckdogs, we were just talking about how the Red Wings are storming back. It's a one-run game. You blink and we're back to 11-7.
This is what Skip talks about. He's got a group of resilient guys out there. There's a fly ball into shallow right field, sinking fast. It gets down. Mindas is going for second. He will make it. It's an RBI knock for the left fielder, and it puts the Muckdogs up 12-7. They gave up 5. Right back at you. They put up 4 here in the top of the 8th, and they lead 12-7.
And this, every time the Muckdogs, take a punch, they give one right back. It's been our mantra this whole year. Very resilient. And like Nikita just said greatly, gave up 5, we just put up 4. So got our comfortable lead right back. And the inning's not done. We have Cooper Fesh up to the plate.
Fesh looking to add on do some more damage, completely wipe out those 5 runs. As there's a fly ball into left center field. Making the catch is Madrid to retire the side. But not before the Muckdogs score 4 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 man left on base, and after 7.5 innings of play, they're up 12-7. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our incredible sponsors. While we have a moment, I'll shine a light on all the sponsors which power Muckdog Baseball. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon & Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Ray Beverage, Zoom Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care Center, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Salino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Farrell Gas, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxick, Geico, Genesee County Chamber, Glow Regional Waste, Go Health, Graham Corporation, Healthy Families Wyoming and the Genesee Partnership, Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Landpro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mocaveros Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Owatka Milk Products, Overheard Door, and many, many more.
Ooh, you do a good job at that, Nikita.
I try my best. Reed Markham still out there. He did a good job getting out of trouble in the 8th. His first pitch, getting out of trouble in the 7th, I should say. He's back out here for the 8th. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. Dylan Briggs leading off here. He's 1 for 3. There's a strike, evens the count at 1-1. It'll be Briggs, Santana, and Madrid for the Red Wings here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Luca put it, the Red Wings punched, but they got punched back. How will they respond? They've been scrappy and resilient, but at what point do these dominant Muckdog arms slam the door? There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We talked about wishing that we had that velo earlier. Reed is looking very powerful tonight.
He's got some gas. He winds up standing at 6'4". Powerful release. The ball just jumps out of his hand. That one reached out, fouled away. The Red Wings sent 9 hitters to the plate in the 7th inning. At 5 hits, 5 runs. That one fouled away again. Markham came into this game with a tying run on base. Now pitching with a 5-run cushion. Sort of the reverse of what you were saying with Bokus. Now all of a sudden pitching in a completely different scenario, a more low leverage situation. That one up and inside. It hits Briggs. So the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 8th for the Red Wings.
Yeah, unfortunate AB for Reed. Had 2 strikes on Briggs. Just didn't get enough snap off of his hand for the fastball. Just 2 straight hits Briggs, and Red Wings got a man on with nobody out.
Aiken Santana is 0 for 3 today. First pitch is high for ball 1. Santana, one of the bigger threats in this order. takes that one low right there. Looking out into the Muckdog bullpen, there is someone throwing. Could not quite get the vantage on who. So there's a strike. Now on 2-1. Pitch on its way. Inside. Three balls and a strike. On deck is Jaden Madrid. That one, a fly ball deep down the right field line, but foul. It lands near the home bullpen, so it runs the count full. Two fouled back.
Red Wings working good ABs against Reed in this bottom of the 8th.
Markham looks over to first. He gets set. Now will come to home plate. Reached out, grounded fair. Down the right field line. Briggs is flying into third. They'll hold him up there. Pulling up at second with a double is Santana. So the Red Wings punching back. They've got two in scoring position here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Madrid comes to the plate. Pitching coach Grant Bickham out to chat with Markham.
Yeah, a really good piece of hitting from Santana right there. He saw a few outside fastballs, was fouling them off. Finally gets another one, keeps it fair down the first base line. And your Red Wings, the Red Wings, not out of this game at all. 2 runners on in scoring position with nobody out.
This mound visit could be a strategy to buy some time for, from the looks of it, Eric Woodley, who's warming up out in the pen. So the talk over. The Muckdogs still lead by 5. They play the infield back. They'll trade a run for an out here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Madrid is in there for strike 1. One breaker misses outside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Sardu in the on-deck circle. 5, 6, and 7 up. There's a shallow pop into right. Dodonna under it. He makes the catch. The runner going for home. The throw is cut off. Putting on the brakes at third is Dylan Briggs. A wise decision, as Dodonna would have had him canned at home plate. It's a big first out for Reed Markham here on the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, that's a big out. Really important to get an out there without any of these runners moving. Usually it would come by a strikeout, but a shallow fly ball right there. Nice throw from Dodonna as well to keep the runner on third.
Michael Sardu is 1 for 2 today. RBI double and a hit by pitch to his name. First pitch from Markham. A high pop right side. Ewing and Ueno over. Ewing in foul ground makes the catch. Briggs again taking a few steps for home. Cooper Romick with an athletic play. The throw is a bit offline. He ran over, slid, caught it to make sure nobody could move up on an errant throw. So 2 big outs for Markham here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah,
And
Markham.
a hit will have to do it for the Red Wings.
Yeah, Markham getting that an even more shallow fly ball right, just a little bit past the first base. 2 outs.
Chase Fogg with the 2nd plate appearance of the day. He flew out his last time up. Markham's first pitch is in there for strike 1. Goes to a breaking ball again. Similar location, ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Luca, you think he goes back to the curve? Or does he dial up the gas to try to get him swinging?
I like the gas right here. I like the gas. Let's finish this inning with a punchy.
A high pop. Omar Carreras, a few steps into foul ground. Now coming back, he makes the catch to retire the side. Reed Markham allows the first 2 men on, but it does his job. Gets 3 straight outs, holds runners stranded at 2nd and 3rd. Nobody crosses home plate. And after 8 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead this one 12-7. A huge thank you to the wonderful sponsors of the Batavia Muckdogs. Just finishing off where we left off. Special shout-outs to PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stan's Harley-Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, TVFCU, and the United States Gypsum Company. Omar Carreras will lead off here in top of the 9th. First pitch is in there for a strike. Anthony Barton back out for his 2nd inning of work. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. For the Muckdogs, it'll be Carreras, Koppel, and Ueno here in the 9th. Comes the 0-2. Broken bat, flare out in the left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Lead-off single for Carreras. Muckdogs looking to add on here in the 9th. It's his 2nd knock coming off the bench. And it brings up Cameron Koppel, who's 1 for 3 today. He's reached base twice. Swing and a miss. Barton gets Koppel waving through it for strike 1.
I swear Koppel and Inman are like mirror reflections with their batting stances.
If we could get video of them back to back. There's a fly ball into left center field. Charging is Briggs. It hits off of his glove. Carreras at third. They're waving him home. The throw to the plate is not made. Cameron Koppel drives in another. We'll see if it's ruled an error or a hit. It's an RBI double for Koppel. And the Muckdogs now lead 13-7.
Yeah, your Muckdogs are not satisfied, adding on another insurance run. Nice piece of hitting right there from Koppel.
Consueno stepping up to the plate, looking to drive home another here for the Muckdogs in the ninth. Bunts, gets it down, but it goes foul.
I feel like Consa right there was trying to bunt for a base hit. Usually,
I'd say so.
Usually when you see a bunt, it's a sacrifice, just trying to move the runners over. But Consa, a very skilled player, knows that he has confidence in his bunt as well to try to perfectly place it to get a hit.
Good day at the plate from Cameron Koppel. Now 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 times reached base. Ueno swinging here, fouls it away. Count now 1-2. That one is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just outside. Runs the count full on the second baseman, Ueno. There's a called strike 3. Breaking ball hits the inside corner. Ueno set down for the first out here in the ninth. Luke Dodonna now coming to the dish. First pitch to him is outside. Dodonna 0 for 3 on the day. Was hit by a pitch last time up. Outside now, 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder. Orton looks back to second, now comes home. That one grounded foul outside of third.
Yeah, Dodonna in this AB just looking for some confidence to end this game off with. Hasn't had the greatest day at the plate, so a knock right here and a ribby to add to his total. Very nice.
It's good to see one fall. Good for the confidence always. Staying selective, patient at the plate. Now in the driver's seat, 3 balls and a strike. Here comes the 3-1. A swing and a miss. Runs the count full. Three and 2 now on Dodonna. Grounded foul outside of third. Eric Woodley has sat down out in the pen. Garrett Beaver now warming up. Not a safe situation, but trying to keep him regular as that one in on the hands. Dodonna fouls it away.
Well, and once again, Beaver, you know, we love Beaver's amazing pitcher. Last night, gave up a run to allow the Double Days to tie it. Maybe.
3-2 hot shot in there for a base hit. They're holding up Koppel at third. It's a 1-out single for Luke Dodonna. He wins the battle. Runners on the corners here in the 9th inning for the Muckdogs.
Look who's coming to play.
Blake Ewing. A chance to prove your premonition genius.
I mean,
this
hey,
pretty much has to be his last shot.
has to be his last shot.
He's 1 for 4 on the day, a single, 2 strikeouts, and a pop out. First pitch to him here is outside. There's a strike inside corner, evens the count at once. For anyone questioning why Garrett Beaver is pitching, why they got him warming up, for one, you saw nothing is ever guaranteed as the runner Dodonna goes for second. The throw down is in time. What a tag at second base from Chase Fogg. A good throw from Zane Barron. Dodonna's cut down for out number 2. A ball and 2 strikes the count on Blake Ewing.
Yeah.
Seemed like he had that base stolen.
I would have.
Great tag right there.
Yeah, and a really strong throw, strong enough to get the ball there in time.
Here's the 1-2 to Ewing. A called strike 3. He's set down via K. Lucas Premonition. Don't think it'll come through tonight. As we go now to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Muckdogs looking to nail down a victory. They're up 13-7. Reminder, Muckdog fans, there are, Luca, 8 home games.
Wow.
8 home games left for the rest of the summer. Of course, not including playoffs, but nothing is guaranteed there. You don't know.
You don't.
What you do know is that there are 8 more home games for the rest of the summer.
That's
so what
correct.
you should do is pull out that phone, which I know is sitting in left or right pocket, depends on the person. Dial in 585-524-2260 to purchase tickets.
Hey, Nikita, what was that number one more time?
So that is 585-524-2260.
Woo!
Come out to a game before you have to wait a whole nother summer.
No, you don't want to do that.
2026 sounds oh so far away. June 10th sounds like tomorrow. You could be at Dwyer Stadium as the Muckdogs take on the Ironbacks.
And stop DWI night.
Back now for the bottom of the 9th inning. It is indeed Garrett Beaver on for the Muckdogs. He pitched in last night's game, allowed the inherited ghost runner. That doesn't count towards his ERA. You can see his numbers on the season. They are terrific. First pitch here is outside for ball 1. For the Red Wings, they will need 6 to tie, 7 to win. It'll be Jack Turner, Zane Barron, and Christian Bermudez. 8, 9, and 10 in the order. First pitch, that one grounded to third. Carreras fields on the run. Throws to first in time for the first out. Quick first out for Beaver out of the pen.
Yeah, Garrett Beaver, so hard to hit. You rarely see fly balls come when Beaver's on the mound. That sinker, that hard two-seam that he throws, induces ground balls. That's what he does.
And Luca, that nasty slider.
Woo!
That thing gets some of the
And
most half-hearted whiffs. Yes, and you're motioning that they tail away from each other. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so they tail off of each other, right? So Beaver's throwing a two-seam and originally is moving left, then tails back right. Well, it's that slider that does the opposite. It's going to tail to that left. It's going to look like the two-seam, but it just stays that way, especially to righties. Garrett Beaver so hard to hit, and it's that arm slot as well. And he throws hard, too. He's got the velo, something you don't really see too often from a side armor.
He's truly just got everything. I mean, it's the power of pitch sequencing. It's what causes when a hitter swings at a pitch about a foot outside the strike zone.
And
it's because if he takes it and it's a two-seamer, they start at the same spot.
Right.
A two-seamer ends up down the middle, and then you're asking, well, why would he take a pitch like that? Again, it's because it could be that slider. Beaver also crazy pitch differential. The speed between the two-seamer and the slider, massive. It really is just anything you want. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. He cuts down Zane Barron for out number 2.
So we've seen the two-seam induce the ground ball. Now we see that wipeout slider get the swinging strikeout. Beaver, just a masterclass right now of just showing off.
So after 2 quick outs, it'll be Christian Bermudez, the last hope for the Red Wings here this evening. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Beaver just cruising. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. I mean, tonight, you're shaking your head at me. He's just unfair right now.
That's exactly what I would have said. Unfair is what I would describe Garrett Beaver right now.
Muckdogs, 1 strike away from a win. The pitch is outside. Bermudez lives to see another offering. Garrett Beaver, 1 strike away from his 2nd K of the day and a 1-2-3 ninth. He sets, kicks, and fires. That went outside, went to the fastball, but missed to even the count up at 2-2. The Muckdogs, 13 runs on 14 hits, no errors. 7-9-1 for the Red Wings. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes to the slider, gets him to wave. Garrett Beaver comes out, pitches a dominant 1-2-3 ninth inning as the Muckdogs nail down a 13-7 victory. Luka got interesting for a second there in the late stages.
Yeah,
but
almost 2 sides to this game. You had Jaden Sherwood, who came out and absolutely shoved, as we expect, out of the now all-star. 5 innings, only 2 runs. Got a little bit shaken up in that 5th inning. You know, and your Muckdogs came out strong. Had 4 in the first. You know, tacked on another in the 3rd, and then 2 in the 4th. Just, you know, we were up 8-0. Then Sherwood, okay, gives up 2. It's 8-2, and then in the 7th, those Red Wings came storming back, put up 5, and made this a completely different ball game. But like we said, the Muckdogs take a punch, and we throw one right back, put up 4 in that next top half, and kind of just cruised on the way out from there.
this resilient bunch continues to show their guts. They show what they're made of. Handle business. They improve now. Let's take a look at the standings. In the season, they improved to 19-9-1. They maintain first place in the West Division standings. They'll return home tomorrow as they take on the Niagara Ironbacks. Should be a fun one. Ivan Nikita Loman alongside me, Luca Zaccaro. We wish you all a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Take care.